Oh, I know, but I don't know that that's exactly what she said. It was something like, "Oh, did you see this?" Like whatever kind of thing. Like, um,
Anyone
and
else?
no, I mean, I know that they want Leah back. Like I know that because it's very clear. The fans want Leah back. This is the
But you
thing
can't
you
say
can't
that we need
ignore.
a younger show and then bring Leah Black
Well,
back, you
because
know?
Leah is, I think that even if you have a bunch of young girls, Leah knows she's older. Leah doesn't try to be, uh, kind of like we're peers. I am the older person. I am the wise person, and it's good to have that. Leah plays that role really well.
But
And
then
so,
she becomes a peacemaker, which then we
yeah,
stop fighting. And
she,
it's like, if we're not fighting, then what are we doing? Getting along? I'm not interested in it.
but there's always going to be fighting, especially, but Leah, I don't believe, this is my opinion, that Leah would come back if Alexia and Marysol were there. I don't believe she would ever come back with them there. I think they'd need to get rid of them for Leah to come back. And but I think it would be smart to bring Leah back, especially with all the young girls going through all that stuff. Everybody wants, I mean, I like Leah's advice. I hate the years that I spent away not being friends with Leah, because Leah gives some really good advice. I talk to her, all the time and ask her advice on a bunch of things. She's a very wise woman. And, and I take everything back I said at that reunion. I've said it before. She didn't do her best work on her back. She didn't whatever. She has been working hard for a long, long time before she met Roy. And she has continued to build an empire alongside Roy. And I would venture to say she's made more money than Roy because she's made wise real estate investments. She's made wise all sorts of, she's a very smart woman. So,
I had her on here many times. I'm a huge Leah Black fan myself. Like
and the
just
fans like
as
Leah.
a person, is wonderful. She's infectious in
Yeah,
like the
and the
best way
thing is that
possible.
she's like a breath of fresh air because um she's not six of one, half a dozen of the other. And that's what you have on Real Housewives right now. It's all like the same, different versions, different hair, but more or less it's the same. And I think that Bravo does listen a lot to what social media has to say, which is funny because when somebody shared something that I shared with my daughter privately, I got all these negative comments, but yet when you go to all the outlets that initially, um, said the story about Alexia getting divorced, almost every single comment is negative. She gets a lot of negativity. The fans just don't like her. I've only seen one place where they're defending her, and it's because her and Marysol have their minions. I would say it's Marysol who does the work. I don't think Alexia is calling people saying post this, that, but Marysol is full time on it. But the rest of the world, they just don't like them anymore. So I think Bravo has a lot to think about, and I think that I think these producers need to be put on a shorter leash when it comes to this show.
Do you
Because
agree though that Gertie should go? Does everyone agree on that? Like I feel bad saying it because I know she had a big medical
you're
storyline, but
saying go ahead, say whatever you want, because you're saying what I have heard that. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel bad. Yes, she had a horrible thing happen to her and stuff, but there is nobody who is more self-producing than Gertie. It's every time she says a line, you can tell that she practiced it like 10 times. And anytime something exciting's happening, I feel like she just is like, "Ooh, girl, yeah." Like she just shouts shit out that doesn't even make sense and it's not helping anything. I just find her to be so boring. I think she's great to look at. I think that her storyline was so moving this year, but I think now we can call it a day.
Right. I think that look, I know where you're coming from. I've heard that before. I don't know her that well. The little I've interacted with her, I think she's very nice. I love her husband. I could not love him more. Like I just find him to be such an amazing gentleman. He's quiet, so he's not going to be like a big flashy person ever. And by the way, if I had been diagnosed with cancer and hers, was serious in the sense that she had to have chemotherapy and radiation, I would have quit the show. That's me, but it is also very brave that she shared her story, and that's kind of who she is. I think
love that she shared her story because I think there's so many women who go through it and and want to be able to like look to someone and be like, oh shit, like I feel better knowing somebody else went through this and I get to kind of see their entire journey documented. But that being said, that storyline's now done and I'm ready to move
I
on.
want to say that she's smart enough to know that that storyline's done, and I don't think she's going to keep on that path, but I don't know. I don't know what David thinks because he's very quiet and I know what he thinks privately.
No, I feel there's no, what's the word I'm saying? I don't think, and I'll just leave this broad and I'll talk. I don't think anyone should keep their job for any wrong reason, right? So if we're keeping Gertie's job as producers because we feel we're afraid to fire her because of these reasons, I disagree with it. Yeah, I think truly to me, Larsa, Lisa, and Nicole are the three that I see as fitting the brand going forward. Yeah, I'm fine Gertie. I agree with everything Ace said, basically. I find her very well, she's produced. And when I can tell you're produced, that's like my advice to a housewife. Like you should be in the moment and bring it, but you have to be authentic with your feelings. Don't get mad if you're not mad. Don't cry if you're not upset. Be in the moment. And when you're angry, go crazy to keep the job, but don't, I agree. She's produced. And what's the story now?
I think in the season finale, she was so excited to have a moment where she could storm off, but then she didn't leave. Like she was like, I'm leaving, I'm out of here. And then I'm like, you just went and sat in the courtyard. And like, if you were really upset, you would have left. I just don't want to see the behind the scenes of, I don't want to see how what is this? I don't want to see how
where the sausage is made.
Sausage is made.
And honestly, compare it to like Lisa, love her or hate her. Lisa doesn't know. This is why Teresa has gotten where she is on Jersey. Yeah. Like Lisa is Lisa. She's not aware. Lisa's just Lisa. She ain't aware. One could say, you know, Teresa's not intelligent enough to manipulate.
No, but Lisa's not produced.
That's what I'm saying. That's like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lisa is not produced. She's lucky that she has all these things going on like Luann, but like Lisa is authentically Lisa, good or bad. She just is in the scene. I agree. That's the difference between like a Lisa and a Gertie. Same thing with Nicole. Nicole, I mean, does not need the money. To be honest with you, I don't even know why the fuck Nicole's on the damn show. Honestly,
that's the one thing people say.
I don't even understand it. You have all the money. You're a fucking doctor. Your husband's a lawyer. You have 2 kids. What? I mean, you can't buy.
I already told you what it is.
She wants the fame.
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they like, because Anthony loves to be in the spotlight, and
well, here you are.
He will admit it, but I think that she checks a lot of boxes as a brand. You know, young,
I love Nicole. I would go.
I know why they want her. I don't know why. It's like
no, but I'm saying she can build her own brand. See what I'm saying? When as a doctor and an anesthesiologist, not a nurse anesthetist,
like Tiffany Moon, a doctor,
she's making money when she's at the hospital. But there's the plane and the boat, and Anthony has, you know, ants in his pants and wants to be out all the time. She needs to be making money when she's sleeping. She is not the type of woman that's going to just live off Anthony's money. She's not married to Anthony. She has 2 children. Fine. She'll have child support. And if they do get married, Anthony's going to want a prenup because that's what's normal, by the way. I don't have a problem with prenups. I think prenups are absolutely a normal thing. But she wants to make her own way. But she also wants to be with her husband and not stuck at a hospital working from 5 a.m. to whatever. That's why.
There you go.
I mean, I would lay my life down for Kiki, but second, I may lay my life down for Nicole. Like, I love Nicole. There's just something to bring your father's girlfriend who's younger than you on TV. And she did it in such a nice way. Like, she wasn't nasty about it.
She's genuine like that.